We're here today to interview the well-known film actor whose numerous appearances include Clueless, Manhattan, The Princess Bride, Toy Story and the cult film My Dear Andre, who is also a searingly honest playwright who's often hilarious in political work, frequently surprises and provokes. I am, of course, talking about Wallace Shawn. Hello, Wally. Wally, your career has traversed lots of different genres and styles. Can you tell us a bit about whether you see yourself primarily as a playwright or as an actor?
Oh, that's just a psychological matter. I mean, obviously, for me, from a fairly early day, I think of myself as a writer. We all pick identities that, mean something to us, and it's just been a strange paradox. Well, it isn't a paradox, it's been a strange feature of my life that most people have disliked my writing and paid no attention to it, whereas as a humorous actor and a cartoon voice, I have found some measure of popular approval. So, anybody else is welcome to think of me any way they like, as a pitiful guy who has a fantasy of being a writer, or in my own case, I see myself as a writer who, does other things sometimes. Obviously, I sometimes go to the grocery store to, buy food. I don't consider it, when I think of my identity, who am I don't really think of those trips to the grocery store as, terribly central to my life. I don't think of brushing my teeth as terribly central to my life. I think of writing as being central to my identity, but, somebody else might say that's a pitiful illusion.
So all the plays that you've written, you've always written them with other people in mind to play the parts, has it evolved over time? Because obviously you're currently in Grasses of a Thousand Colours, which we'll talk about in a minute, but so when you started out at these, were you always imagining other people in the plays?
Yes. The only one that I've ever pictured myself being in was The Fever. But not only myself. It was written so that a woman could perform it, as well as a man, or people of any age really could perform it. But I pictured that I would be one of them. The other plays I did not picture myself being in, and I didn't picture myself being in this one either. And I offered the part to somebody else, and he turned it down.
Right. So were you your own second choice?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Taking your career as a whole, tell me about some of the highlights of your career, some of the things you would consider being the high points.
The fact that the Royal Court is doing a festival of my plays is obviously laughable from the point of view of people who find them worthless. But for me, obviously, it's very thrilling and gratifying, and it's very, very extraordinary and nice. So, this is a great honor, obviously.
Yeah. And finally, can you just tell us a little bit about the story of Aunt, Dan and Lemon, and the play that's about to open here at the Royal Court as part of the season of work that we're putting on? Tell us a bit about why you think it's important that it should be staged now, since it was first written so many years ago.
Well, it's about, this is a play that, in a way, is easier to define than some. It's it has a lot to do with the fascination that people have with power, and the use of force sort of asks, why do we find that so attractive? Obviously, it's unbelievably relevant in our world. This is the subject of the play, but the play is about the audience, really. The play is meant to make you think about yourself in some way. If who am I to say that my play would make a person think about themselves, but in some conscious or unconscious way, that's what the play is about.
Excellent.